Kellen, would you read it, please?
Okay, a coffee maker's directions say to use 2 tablespoons of ground coffee for every 6 ounces of water. How much coffee should you use for 33 ounces of water?
All right, anybody make a table for this one?
No.
Nobody did.
I just,
Nobody figured out a constant of proportionality.
I figured that.
You did? All right. So I did, just so you can see the table. Not required. Coffee and water. So 2 tablespoons of coffee for every 6 ounces of water. So I would know that 1 tablespoon of coffee would take 3. That'd be my constant of proportionality. Again, you're not required to make a table. And then it tells me I have 33 ounces of water. So just looking at that, I would say, well, 3 times 11. So 1 times 11 would be 11 tablespoons. Okay.
I didn't do it that
That's
way.
fine, as long as you got to 11.
I did 33 divided by 6. I wrote 5 and took it times.
And then 2 times that. That's fine as well. Yes?
I just use my big brand and know that it's like 5.5 from 6 to 33.
Yeah.
Oh, you took 6 times 5.5 and then said 2 times 5.5. That would be fine as well.
I just got 5.
Again, did you see it or did you have to make it into a table?
I saw.
Oh, you saw it. That's fine. That's fine. All right, well, let's see how you saw number 2 then. Jared.
I just took 2.5 times 4 and got 10, so then I took 17.5 times 4 and got 70 minutes.
All right, so you said, well, to get from 2.5 to 10, you took it times 4. It's 4 times further. So that means it's going to take me 4 times longer. So 17.5 times 4. Did you say 70?
Yeah.
I'm good at math.
Okay.
Apparently it's minutes.
I actually asked
70 minutes. Again, I made a table like I did up here. Figured out the constant of proportionality and then multiplied. If you used your own way and got it wrong, I would suggest maybe trying a table. Because your way didn't work. Or you multiplied wrong. Take your time.
I just multiplied.
All right, number 2. We kind of had this one set up before you left to change the tax amount divided by the original. So I got to figure out 325 into 26. So it doesn't work into 260, but 325 into 2600. Colin? 7. What do I get when I multiply it?
I got
I got 8.
Oh, it comes out 8 exactly?
Yeah.
You missed Jack.
Wow.
You missed multiply.
Comes out exactly 2600?
Yeah.
Sweet. That'd be 8% then. It is asking me the percent tax. Find the value, again, using all the rules we've talked about so far. There's an adding, there's a subtracting, there's a multiplying, and there's a dividing. Okay, so the first one, adding 2 signed numbers together. Remember the rules are if the signs are different, you subtract. Georgia, what do you get? You get 17, and then of course you take the sign of the bigger number. Second one, there's 2 negative signs in a row. You do not touch the first one, but 2 negatives in a row make a plus. Now you have the exact same problem you just did. Negative 22 plus 5. Same answer. Jess, if I multiply 2 negatives together, I get a, so I know my answer is going to be positive here. 22 times 5? 110. How many negative signs do I have on the next one, Brooklyn? 1, so that means my answer is going to be negative, so I'm going to include that so I don't forget it. And I got to take 22 divided by 5. Say that again? 4.4. Questions on any of those? Question number 4. It's talking about who you agree with. There's some key terms. Again, I don't like that. It was on the previous page. Okay, but it looks like the laundry box got more detergent in it. The new box holds 2. Do you remember on a double number line which one goes by the 100%? The original. Is this the original amount? No, so 2 should go by the new amount. can see where they have the 2 here. So who's right? Lynn. And then it says explain why. So did you mention that the new had to go by the 125%?
Yeah.
Or you could say the 2 was not the original. But somehow you needed to say why. Don't just say one of the 2 names there. Question 5. The value of x is negative 1/4. So this first one is easy. Negative 1/4. What is this one, Kellen?
I got
1 1/4. 2 negatives there make it adding. What would negative 1/4 be minus 1? Kinley. Very good. That's the same as adding a plus sign there, remember? And negative 1 divided by negative 1/4, or negative 1 times negative 4/1. Georgia. 4. All right, so now let's put them back in order of the original question from least to greatest. So which one was the smallest answer? Evan. X minus 1 needs to go first because that is the smallest. Followed by Veronica. Followed by this one, negative 1/4. That is X. Next. Josh.
1 minus x.
And then the biggest one, of course, before the last one, which was negative 1 divided by X. Okay, the last one, kind of leaving it up to you here to come up with 5 equations. All right, an addition equation, a sum. Whatever you want to get this as an answer. Let's hear one. Autumn.
I did negative 3/4 plus 0.
Okay, don't even need an equal sign. It just says an expression. Is that negative 3/4?
Yes.
Giddy up. Subtraction. Jonas.
0 minus 3/4.
0 minus 3/4.
We're very creative.
That's fine. No, I mean, you don't have to overthink it. Yep,
Dividing.
sure.
Okay.
Nope, multiplying. Multiplying's next.
Negative 3/8 times 2.
Yep, looks good. Dividing, Sophia?
Negative 3/4 divided by 1 is
Divided by 1. Not wrong. And now the last one that involves at least 2 operations. Kellen.
0 minus 3/4 times 1. It's genius. You just can't go wrong with this.
That's what I did.
That's fine.
I did 1/8 plus 2/8
I did
plus
negative 3/4
3/8.
times 1 divided by 1.
Yes.
I did negative 1 divided by 4
Negative 1 divided by 4.
plus
Sure.
I did
I mean, you could get as complicated as you wanted to, right?
1 divided by
You obviously don't need to have those, but whatever answer you put down, you need to get to negative 3/4. All right, one thing I want to mention on today's warm-up that I unlocked. So it's going to have a blank. There's 5 questions. And it's going to have something that looks like this.
No, I would have gotten it right. I didn't guess myself.
Okay. So here's an example. So it's got 5 and then it's got a line to 7. You got to figure out what operation goes there. Obviously this one would be plus to make it true, right? 5 what? 7 would give me negative 2. Minus, so, and then for the answers, I have a bunch of them listed like in the order. So this one would be addition, subtract, and then whatever these are. So way at the bottom, it tells you the order that you would list it in. I think it'll make sense as you look at it. If you do have a question, please let me know.